Hey, it's Joe here at Danby Marketing. I wanted to just take a minute to explain how the Apify pricing works, because it's quite different to most software products out there, and I just wanted to go over a few things for anybody who's looking at Apify to start doing some scraping for their business. I'm just going to pull up a few tabs here because I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we have in our account as well. So basically, the way that Apify scraping works is you get what's called prepaid usage. So the way that most scrapers work is they either have a rental fee or they just charge you based on the usage. So for example, these are some of the recent scrapers that I have used in our business, and you can see up here you have a little tab that says pricing model. So a few different options that you can see here. So this is the most common one, and basically this is what we call just your bog standard like pay per results model. So this basically means that for every 1,000 records I scrape, it's going to charge me $1. So if we look at some of the recent runs that we've done for this LinkedIn job scraper, you can see here that I got 138 results and it cost me about 10p. Okay, and that usage is going to be taken out of my prepaid usage down here. So currently I've set my limit to $200 per month. And then here you can see that for that month, that's basically my upper limit that I've set myself. It's basically like my budget that I've set myself for scraping. So I can just come into this LinkedIn job scraper, scrape a load of results, and I'm just going to get charged $1 per 1,000 results. So that's the most simple one to understand. But then there are some, so pay per event is similar to this model here, but you can see that it's varied dependent on what you actually do with the model. So if you use this scraper to do more things like scrape places, add on a bunch of things here, then the cost of this scraper per result will go up. So pay per event is basically the same model as pay per result, but the events within the scraper that you do, so you can see here, each event is charged separately. So to make this run cheaper, you basically just add less events in. And then if I then want to scrape additional things like additional place details or company contacts or business leads on this Google Maps scraper, then I can add those on, and then my cost per result will increase. The final one is then some actors will have a monthly fee as on top of the usage, and these are what we call rental costs. So you can see here, basically, an Apify actor is designed by a developer, and some of these developers, they want to kind of gatekeep their products a little bit, and they will put a monthly rental cost on top of the usage cost. Most of these actors you do get a free trial on, so it's not like just to like if you have a specific use case and you want to scrape clutch for something, you don't have to pay the $40 immediately. You will get a free trial to actually try the actor out and see if it is worth running, basically. And this $40 a month, so for me, if I signed up to this scraper, this $40 a month will just be added to my monthly usage. And then at the end of every month, I just pay whatever the total bill is. Basically, that's how Apify works. So yeah, that's just a quick explanation of like the three main pricing models that I tend to find with the actual actors themselves. And again, just to be super clear, what I mean by an actor is basically the scraper. So like this is an actor, this is an actor, this is an actor. Apify have thousands of different actors, and often what you find is the pricing model per actor varies slightly. So that's some information about the pricing specifically. What I'll do now is just explain how the usage works. So basically the way that I signed up to Apify is on the pricing page. The way that I'd look at these is these are basically the options that you can choose for what you set as your like sort of minimum usage. So for me, I'm on the starter plan because I don't really need anything else. The reason I choose the starter plan over the free plan is just because I do a bit more than $5, and I'm pretty sure, I can't remember exactly what it is, but Apify basically introduced something where they kind of want to gatekeep a few of their scrapers, and they want people to actually be paying for a subscription for a few of the time. Apologies, I can't get you like accurate reason as to why that is, but I just remember when I was signing up, I chose the $39 plan for some sort of reason to do with that. But yeah, so I'm on the $39 plan. What that means is I will pay a minimum of $39 every month, but this is basically prepaid usage, if you get what I mean. So I pay this $39 a month, and what that does for me is then that gives me $39 in credit to spend on whatever actors I use, basically. And again, like I said, you can go back and just go back over what I was explaining in terms of how the actual actor credits work. So if I load my account up with the $39 here, that means that I get $39 to spend on whatever actor I use. And like I said, that $39 can either be spent on a pay-per results actor like this, it can be spent on a pay-per event actor, or it could even be used to put towards an actor fee like this one here that will then also charge me for usage. If like me, you use Apify quite a lot and you end up actually going over your prepaid threshold of $39 or whatever it is, then you don't then have to sort of go to here and then upgrade your plan, right? The way that plans work is, the reason you would upgrade your plan is if you wanted to get sort of new features or something like that, which are fairly limited anyway. Like the way that I do it is I just stay on the $39 plan, and then what I do is, say if I need to spend more than $200 in a month, what I do is I just go to my usage, and then I'll just increase my limit, or maybe I am at the max now, but basically, oh no, it's just so you can edit your top limit so that you can just basically continue spending up to whatever budget you want to set yourself. So say if I set myself $200, right, then that means that I can just run actors until the sort of $200 is hit, and then at the end of the month I'll then just pay for whatever I've then used past the $39 that I originally paid for here. So that's just a quick introduction into Apify scraping and how it works. I hope this helps. I know that it's quite a confusing sort of model, and I hope that this is just given a bit of clarity in terms of how it all works.